Every town and city we roam looking for addicts. So throw me them infinity stones and let's get at it. The master of Gavin about to come in attractions. They marvel at the way I push the Millennium Falcon. So strap in and we can see what's on tap. Nerd Mafia, forget about it. We run laps in 12 parsecs, maybe less, and done flat. A good fella here to bless them all with fun facts. I got that lightsaber handy, cutting through the fluff when discussing the families on this adventure, the podcast Avenger. It's Hope Talk. They don't want to see us when we angry. Once they start the camera, we be dropping Thor's hammer with the intellect, a banner in the MCU manner, while the mob is tuning in so they can hear us on the scanner. And it's coming every week. You can stick that in your planner. The Iron Man of Hero Talk, like it or not, with a scoop of them 3-piece suits mixed in the pot. When it comes to giving facts, we already a lock. It's Nerd Mafia, hoping y'all are ready to rock.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
What's good, man? What's good? Welcome back to the Nerd Mafia channel, everybody. We got my boy Kendall here from Normie to Nerds. If you don't know where to find him, check the description. You'll find him there. But whether you're new or whether you're old, welcome to the family. Let's get the show started.
That was lit. That was lit, bro.
It's the new stuff, man.
That was some good stuff, yo. Like, yo, let's give it up.
That's no, that's not me. That's all credit. That goes in the description too. You check out my boy Randy or So Be It over at his YouTube channel. We're credit him every single time. That dude's. I gave this guy the ideas for this and like flipped it back to me in like a day. Dude's a genius. But yeah, we go way back high school. So I'll keep getting you new fresh intros. I can't keep up with Kendall going live freestyle, so I'll call him the reserves, you know. But yeah, man, how you feeling? I haven't seen you live for a minute. Happy to get you back on the airwaves.
Yeah, man, it's been a while, dude. It's just been hella busy. It's like summertime, extra work time, sick time this week. So it's just a whole storm that's had me off these 2 weeks. But we're back on this week. Coming back on Wednesday. But we'll talk about that later. I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing, though, bro?
All right, man. So look, this weekend was one hell of a weekend to be a Marvel fan. We could talk about even more than that, but I mean, what's the point? MCU, right. Kevin Feige, like he just changed the game this weekend. But even before that, the animated shows that they talked about on Saturday were amazing and puzzling at the same time. I mean, look, we can talk about the stuff everybody loves. It's kind of easy to know that, like, X-Men 97, sure, there's not much debate going on there. We're all pumped for that. The whole Magneto aspect, it's whatever. I Am Groot looks like my 3-year-old son's, like, greatest dream come true. On top of that, we got Marvel Zombies, TVMA. That's going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have, I know I'm forgetting something. What If coming back for season 2.
What If season 2?
Yeah, that's a whatever. But I think the biggest thing on everybody's mind is how in the world is Spider-Man freshman year gonna be canon?
You know? Multiverse. It's multiversal canon. Like I don't think it's a way it can be canon by looking at what we're seeing, right? By looking at what we're getting. Now, the way that it could be canon is if like we start seeing some wonky stuff going on in the timelines and in his like and what's going on in like the sacred timeline,
right?
Like that stuff that could be going on, like and that could be next level as to where Kang, like maybe like stuff that's going on with Kang is changing the story, changing the canon, and it's like, well, that's something that I would hate to have happen. So for me, it has to be the 838 universe. That's where I think that's.
I heard your theory. I think you're gonna.
Well, no, but that's my thing. Is the 838 universe.
Oh, okay.
Is I think where it should take place. I don't necessarily think that it's coming up on like it's going to be canon in the 616. I think it's necessarily canon in the 838 universe where we are like spending more time there. I think the 838 universe is going to be like for the most part built out through animation, and that's where like it comes into play with the X-Men too. I think that we're building that out through animation to where we can build somewhat of a connection with it. Maybe not as much as what we have with the regular 616 universe. So we're going to be building that out so that it comes down to those being the final two universes to battle like before like stuff goes down in Secret Wars. You know what I mean? Like it comes down to those two Earths in Secret Wars, and they're going to pretty much duke it out. So that's what I think they're really setting up with Spider-Man. So like I don't really care if it's canon, to be honest with you too. I was hoping it would be canon. Like I thought it'd be interesting. But at the same time, I wouldn't be necessarily thrilled to go back and watch Tom Holland's freshman year either.
Yeah.
It would have been some cool little stories, but honestly, it's not. That's not what I'm looking for in Spider-Man. So that could be in the 838 universe, and I think it'd be dope to see the differentiations.
I like where your head's at on that. I don't know if I specifically want to say 838 though, but definitely like they're propping up. Maybe if they're propping up like another universe, it's like the rival. I'd definitely be up. But 838 was just too much of a utopia for me. I just don't, you know what I mean? That's the only part where you lose me a little bit. But
I don't think it was it was beautiful. Like it was beautiful, right? But I think it has this dark, like I think 838 has such a dark tone to it that it reminds me of, it reminds me of like the Ultimate Universe. What's the Ultimate Universe in Secret Wars? Like I'm not that like I've only read it once and it's very loose in my mind. But like this part of Secret Wars is like where Reed Richards is pretty much evil. But it's like I think they could be leaning into that end to where the world looks utopian, but it's pretty dark, bro. Like even though it's utopian, I'm pretty sure it has issues. Like they got Ultron bots monitoring everything. Like I'm pretty sure it's like maybe everything's figured out, but it's pretty effed up to live their freedom lives. So like I just think I think they're building up the 838. And I think that's the way it could go through. And honestly, too, if you bringing in too many multiverses, bro, like one thing to have what if and like to venture into multiverses and what if, and like know that all of those are out there. But if you're really gonna dig into one multiverse, like if you're gonna really dig into something that's not in the 616, I don't necessarily want to be digging into one in Spider-Man and digging into one in X-Men, whether it be in one multiverse. So that's why I'm like. 838. That's why to me 838 is the way to go.
Ooh, is that too loud?
That's not too loud. But I don't like talking when it's just my voice. So
I was just thinking about it. I'm like, we need something going on here. Oh, get it. Where's the line, bro? All right. So that's not too bad.
No, that's. I mean, it's loud on my ear, but I mean, that's just.
It's the best little basic one they got until I can get better with it.
Okay.
I think too. I think I listened back and it like sounds loud as hell to us, and then when you hear it on the other end, it's like, all right, nothing. We'll find out. We'll find out. Chat, tell me if that's too loud or if you barely hear it at all. Get a rating system going. But yeah, I can definitely feel you on that. Agree to disagree on 838. But But as far as like just the whole concept too, of bringing back just like a Marvel controlled like Spider-Man cartoon.
Hold on, this beat is like.
You said maybe that one, but honestly, like when I really think about it, like my favorite Spider-Man is probably like the 90s animated Spider-Man. Like forget the movies, like that was the most comic accurate thing like ever put on, like besides X-Men probably, closest. It was like comics on the screen for me anyway. Just Fernie, what up?
Fern, what's going on, bro?
But yeah, man, that was what I planned about making a video about. I still may. Just talking about that whole thing going on with like, is it canon, is it not for Spider-Man? But then we just got. Well, I had to watch my two kids by myself on Saturday.
Well, what do you think about the canon? Like, where do you think they'll go? Like, do you think it's important that it's canon? Like, do you think it's important that this show be canon to 616?
Nah, as long as it's cool. Like, as long as it's going back into like, I don't know how much you could do it with just doing the freshman year style. But honestly, I wish they would redo the 90s animated Spider-Man. That was my favorite thing, like ever. Right. Like, mad people love the X-Men one. That was cool too. But I put Spider-Man above that, But yeah, I wish they could just redo that instead of just bringing back X-Men 97. Like, because the way the contract works for the licensing for Spider-Man, they just can't do a movie. But if they do an animated show for 30 minutes or less, it's on the table. That's why they're doing this. So
the same thing with Werewolf Hope. Maybe not specific, but Werewolf Hope does the same thing too.
Oh, we definitely gotta talk that once we start getting this.
Did they announce that this week? I missed.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't see it in the announcements. So.
I think that's gonna be some D23 news. Yes, there's definitely some gaps in when they got the Phase 6
because they went to Phase 6 and didn't touch on Phase 5 like that. So
yeah. But so, damn. I mean, we got that news on Saturday, and it was like, okay, Marvel, I see you. And then in comes Feige, like a man on fire Sunday night. Like, I feel like he was just reading all the nonsense and everybody like hating over the past year about Phase 4. He's like, oh, it's like that. You want to see what we got? Okay, let me show you something. He just went. Oh, I've never seen him divulge that much about what he told us essentially 3 phases worth of content in like one panel. And like I was like, oh my god, the whole damn time. I seen you on Twitter too. We're just sitting there like, what?
I mean, he gave us Infinity War and Endgame. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like those levels, which it could be, but it's like saying those names like that is like saying that, right? Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, remember we didn't even know the name of Endgame for like a whole 2 years or 1 year too. But shit, where do we begin with that part? Like, obviously, what did we talk about first there?
Well, She-Hulk dropped first.
Yes, and that was huge. And I think, damn, I got it on my phone. But just the I've been saying it for like a while. Like She-Hulk's like looking good. They kind of blew up half of my theory on She-Hulk because this whole damn time I was thinking it was like occurring during the blip.
It happens.
Unless they're like fucking with us with that timeline, looks like it's not during the blip. Like it looks like it's
definitely. I don't think we're going back to the blip, bro. Like I think they learned their lesson about going back. Like I don't think we're going back to it.
My only like thing messing me up is like, all right, that's cool, but like, how is his arm not messed up anymore? And we just saw it all messed up and him in human form in Shang-Chi. So like, which one of these is in a different time period? You know, that's.
Well, and I think after Shang-Chi, then it's possible.
Yeah, like because we talked after Shang-Chi too, and we're like focused on that. It's like, all right, what is going on here exactly? Like, that's the only thing that's really got my head messed up about She-Hulk right now.
And what really messes that up too is that, I mean, it's easy to say that it's after Shang-Chi, but at the same time, Bruce is there, so it's like that's what those are wrenching. Like that's what like. So if you look at the arm, you can say, well, the arm is after Shang-Chi. But then you throw in the fact that Bruce, he's Bruce. It's like, wait a minute, what? So maybe, I like the theory that maybe he figured out how, like, he needed to go back to being Bruce to heal, and then he could go, like, transform back to Smart Hulk. Jennifer Walters is doing it. Maybe he can do it too, even though he seems to be chill. So it's those different possibilities. But yeah, She-Hulk looks great. Like She-Hulk looks really great. Like I'm really excited to see She-Hulk. It seems like it's gonna be a cameo fest, bro. Like cameo after cameo. Like the fact that they're revealing Murdoch like the way they did, like like the suit, the Daredevil suit.
The way they set it up is perfect for that too, because they divulge a little bit more. Like she's gonna be just defending superheroes. So it's like this is genius,
Right.
How you feel about? I put out a video saying maybe she's a mutant. How you feel about that? Well, you see that one clip, like while she's like in the trailer, she gets in that car wreck, right? Traditionally in the comics, that's probably what causes her having to get a blood transfusion from Bruce. But Bruce is Professor Hulk this whole time that we've seen him, and you actually see her start transforming while she's looking at a reflection of her busted up car. So it's like, all right, how did she do that then if she never got the blood transfusion?
Because she got the blood transfusion before that.
I don't know. I hope so, because I really hope they don't.
I don't think she's a mutant. If she is a mutant, I'm really like, nah. Like, you know what I mean? If she's a mutant, then it's like, all right, pump the brakes. Like, because the Miss Marvel stuff, I understood. Apparently, if Miss Marvel was initially supposed to be a mutant and Ike Perlmutter, like, F that up.
Yeah.
I'm all for Kevin. Like, it's a reason for Kevin Feige. But that's it. Like, that's it. No more like Monica's a mutant. No, like none of that stuff. Even though it seems like that's what's going to happen.
In my head, though, it's like they got to explain away why mutants haven't shown up yet. So they're like, all right, hey, they were always here. Here's a few of them already.
Right.
We did know about. And it wouldn't be if they explain it the right way. It'd be like, hey, Banner was a mutant. He had that gene pull. Well, or maybe they explain it a way where like everybody has that tendency, like that XG, or a lot of people do, but some needed to be pulled out in a different way. Like for Banner, it was he had to do the experimentation. Because like even in the original Avengers, like Tony Stark's like that much gamma radiation should have killed you. You're here for a reason.
I mean, I think all of that ties into it. Like, I think it's like anyone in his family could probably get it in a certain extent. But like, to me, I think they're just going down the route that there probably will be a blood transfusion. Because I can't think of anything, or like an accident where she is exposed to gamma radiation. And it could be as simple as like the gamma radiation from the snaps like triggered it in her. Like, it could be something that simple because she does have the gene. Like, she could have like similar genes to him. It could be that simple, but I'd much rather it be the blood transfusion.
Oh, me too. I'm hoping for it, but I'm watching it and I'm like, this shit don't make sense. I think they're pulling a fast one.
So let me ask you, who do you think is like, who is your favorite cameo? Like, what are you looking forward to the most?
As far as like what's happened, I mean, dude, just seeing that Daredevil at the end, I'm like, oh shit, Charlie Cox is back. Because I feel like we're gonna get the most like character building out of him. Maybe they got to build him back up again, MCU style. And I feel like this is where it's gonna happen. At least meeting Daredevil. I don't know about Charlie Cox, or I don't know about Matt Murdock. Like making them into the same person somehow. But beyond that, Frogman, I'm a little interested because I don't know anything about this guy. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm very interested in Frogman. Frogman is very interesting. I'm interested in the judge. Like, who's like, it seems like the judge too is just like it's gonna be like a one-off. Like, all these characters seem like one-offs. Yeah. But like that judge seems like an interesting one-off. Darth Chaos though, it's the X gene that makes the difference though, isn't it? It's the X gene that makes the difference.
I think they can go that direction to a certain degree with like most characters, but hey, this guy actually had that, that could kind of explain why we're not seeing. And then like,
but no, I would still like to keep the separation of the X. Like, I would still like to see the separation of the X. Like, still keep mutants to where they are, because I think that's still like that's not that deep of a concept to get, and that really like sets up the proposition for X-Men versus Avengers, like that type of stuff going on. Like, I really wouldn't want to group too many people. Like I said, I don't want to group too many people in as mutants. Like, imagine a great X-Men versus Avengers where you got like
it's got to be where they're going after Secret Wars. Like, what the hell else do you do?
So it's so like I wanted to be just like the X gene and keep them there in that.
Stay in your place.
But I mean, She-Hulk looks lit. Like, I don't really. I think the biggest theory that I have coming out of She-Hulk and where we're going forward after that is that Hulk is not going to be on the planet. I think something's going to happen to Hulk to where he becomes Savage Hulk. Like, this show looks like it's going to get crazier and crazier and crazier as the show goes on, and something's going to happen that's going to snap the Hulk out of it, and he's going to go savage. And
we can only hope.
And it could be wild to where like that's where he is doing Shang-Chi, and like that could be why he's like Bruce Banner, like he has that band on to contain the Hulk, because like that's my theory. Like that band that he has on the Shang-Chi, he's trying to control the Hulk in that aspect. So that could be a possibility, and maybe like when he turns back to his human form, he has to heal as a human. Who knows on that end? But yeah, bro, like that's my theory coming out of that, and that he'll be going to Scar, to Sakaar. That's my
to Sakaar to find Scar.
Yeah, well, Scar apparently Scar is supposed to be popping up.
I have no idea how they're gonna fill that in here. That's like,
hey, they can do it. Like, it seems like they can be doing it, and it looks like it's MCU wild type of stuff. But I think it's something that'll be doing a lot to set up to where we're getting to World War Hulk, and getting into that series to get things set up. So it seems like it's gonna be wild.
I don't know. We still got more. Like, even that right there was like amazing. And then now we move on past that though. What do we get into after that? We went into Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yeah, bro.
Kind of painful. This is where we don't get to see anything, and I mean, we saw a little bit of Baby Rocket, and I was feeling it. Like,
well, I did see the dude, the High Evolutionary, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name, but he was.
Saw that too.
Yeah, I saw that, and that was that was theater. It was pretty cool. But yeah, bro. I hope we're getting back to the tones of Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Excuse me. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is like in my top 10. It's one of my wife's favorite movies ever. So like, I want to get back to that film, bro.
Honestly,
I'm excited to see where we're headed.
If for no reason besides like, I remember going into that movie with no knowledge about Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm like, all right, this is gonna be weird. And then I'm like, this movie is fucking awesome. Like, they had like almost a little Stranger Thing vibe going on at the beginning, just because like the 80s undertone. I was like, oh, you got me already. Like, I'm already into the movie, and then that just that whole story. I watched Guardians 1 and 2 like on Friday night, and I was like, I don't know if I just did that like subconsciously because I was waiting for Sunday to happen, but those movies are timeless, man. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, it's like and I am excited to see this kind of come to an end. Like it's kind of cool to see like directors like James Gunn working this like film. Like I think it's kind of cool to see that kind of come to an end here at this end, and see somebody else pick up on the character and pick up on moving forward. And taking it to a different direction. Like as much as I love like Ragnarok and on Love and Thunder, I'm excited to see a new director pick up on Thor. Maybe after Black Panther, and we'll talk about that later. But like, if Ryan Coogler wants to step away from Black Panther, I could be fine with that. He's given us two probably great movies, and move into a different direction. Like that's fine. I'm excited to see how they're gonna do that with Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that's gonna be pretty. I
feel like that's just good. Like kind of like Avengers, man. You just got to get new members of the team.
Can I say, do you want to mention? Have you heard the leak about what Gamora is going to be doing?
I have not. What do you got? Throw it at me.
Can I say it?
Or like,
mute it. Yeah. I mean, it's not like earth shattering, but it's like it gives us a little bit of hint of what's going on. That's been enough warning. They said she's ahead of the Ravagers, bro.
Oh yeah, okay, I did hear that one. Okay.
Yeah, you heard it. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. It's not that huge.
Not too crazy.
Yeah, but I like it, bro. Like I like her beat. Like I like that what that sets up, and like it's always the type of emotional stuff. Now at the end of the day, I wanted to get bigger than the Ravagers. What do you think? What are you looking forward to?
I don't know. I need to honestly, I got to learn more about Guardians lore because I know there's like a whole separate team before them. They picked like kind of the second version of it, but it seems like with the introduction to Adam Warlock and that kid they just brought in and just made him transform his whole body, they got to be going with just like a newer, different direction with it going forward. Like just new members. Some people probably gonna die. They kill Rocket. I'm with Jared. Like we riot. Rocket don't need to go anywhere.
Yeah, and Rocket, I did forget to mention. Like I am excited to see Rocket's story. Like that's something they set up in that like Volume 1 because Volume 1 on TV. Is that why you watched it?
Disney Plus, man.
Oh, okay. No, but we just watched Volume 1 like this week or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, "What's your TV doing?" But it's cool because they set that up when he's taking off his shirt in Volume 1, and to have that go on and like the High Evolutionary coming into play with that, I think it's going to tie in with Adam Warlock. Love to be on the new Guardians team. I would like that because I don't want Thor to stick around.
Yeah, I'm not. The whole love thing was kind of weird, man.
Yeah, it was.
That Thor movie.
Don't talk about it. We're talking about Comic-Con. Look, we're talking about Comic-Con. We're talking about Comic-Con, not Thor. All right.
Chaos kind of went off on. I don't think he was coming after me, but he said it like this morning in the mains Discord. He's like, "Are you happy now? You got your connective tissue. Everybody knows where it's going now." It's like, yeah, I knew where it was going. I wanted them to say that shit, like point it out to me with a cool ass post credit, like we always get.
I mean, well, you just want to talk about that? Like, you want to just go there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, like the multiverse side.
Oh my god!
Why do I sound like Booker T? Oh god!
Get into it, man. I can't.
can't get it.
I start throwing out Booker T impressions, I'm likely to get in trouble. Yeah, man, there's the amount of stuff we just got, like how this is all got to be tying into it now going forward, I assume, because they're doing it so quickly. I'm guessing because they're bringing in some big ass names, and all these dudes are getting older. Like, Tony Stark got to be coming back. So that means Robert Downey Jr. is in his 50s right now. Got to speed this up a little bit before he's too old to play Iron Man anymore.
He don't have to be too old to play Iron Man. He could be 90 and play Iron Man.
But then Hugh Jackman, who knows if that dude still got those abs, or if he wants to like.
You gotta hurry up for him.
Yeah, exactly. And then, that's the only thing that's got me a little messed up though, because I know they want to bring him back, like for sure. It's got to be the reason why they're doing this so fast. But look, like we talked about earlier, looking beyond that, X-Men versus Avengers. If you're doing Secret Wars, wouldn't you want to like build up a little bit more relationship with them, or is it going to be like the animated show where Spider-Man's the one? I don't think so. We're going there. It's going to be more off like the Hickman run, but
yeah, I think it's definitely going to be the Hickman run. And like, here's where I'm at with it. Like, so I think one of the bigger understated things is that they say yesterday, I've heard that Wakanda Forever is going to end Phase 4.
Yeah,
that's the thing. And we're ending Phase 4, supposedly getting Doom, right? Ending Phase 4. So where we're going, like from there, everything being connected to the multiverse saga. I think if we look at it, we can look at when he pointed out the multiverse saga, and he pointed out like Phase 6. You can look at Loki, What If, Multiverse of Madness, No Way Home, Falcon and the Winter Soldier because of Thunderbolts, and then you look at Wakanda Forever because of Doctor Doom. You look at 6 of those, and I'm maybe looking over. Oh, in Loki, did I say Loki? Maybe I didn't. You'd have 7 of those out of the 13 projects that be directly connected to multiversal stuff, to a multiversal saga. Like
it's just amazing they're doing this story to just like.
So you count, yeah, like you're putting that out. So like the multiversal saga's already started to build, but now we know where we're going. I just find it interesting because it's like I think Feige was looking at it like, bruh, like don't y'all know we're going to Secret Wars? Like, do I really have to come out and say it? And he's just like F it, I'm just gonna come out and say it.
Yeah, he did. He need to say it.
He's like he's like I didn't think I would have to come out here and say it until later, but it's 3 years down the road. But I do think though, like part of me is worried. I'm not gonna lie. Like you're getting Fantastic Four on 2024, November 2024. You're getting Kang Dynasty on early 2023. Early 2025. And then you're getting Secret Wars late 2025. Oh, I'm sorry, late 2024. You're getting all of those in the span of what, like a year?
Bro, it's fucking amazing.
That's that's amazing, but that's a lot. On top of shows being in the middle, on top of things that they're going to be doing to be addition to those shows, like to this movie, like that is a fucking a lot, bro. Is there any concern? Is there any concern that they're like bumping this up like
a little bit, but I'm kind of like, I feel like the message Feige was sending was not like, hey, I need to outline this is what we're doing. It was more like, hey, we fell off a little bit to this Phase 4. This shit's over now. It's behind us. Now we're back on task. I met up. We did our retreat. We're ready. Like, get on board. This shit's about to go down. That's kind of like, I think that's the overlying message that everybody got from that Comic-Con. Like, it's go time now, you know? Granted, the Infinity Saga, that was amazing. Well, had a little bit of lull in between, maybe for a couple movies. Took 10 years. But now we're doing this in like 3 years, like 2 or 3 phases, right? So, I don't know, man. I'm still like kind of in shock yesterday, just like all the stuff we got. I was not expecting to get that much, you know?
Yeah, but, I mean, I wasn't either, bro. And like, to be real, like I was kind of like, bro, tonight's the night. Like after that happened, I knew the Wakanda Forever trailer was like. Like after that happened, like I was like, no matter what they do, like it was I was on a high already. Like She-Hulk already had me hyped, and then you keep on going, you keep on dropping this thing. Like I'm liking what I was hearing about Secret Invasion, like what I was hearing about, like what they were talking about. They talk about Kang being on screen. Well, not Kang being on screen, but talking about Jonathan Majors and saying, Kang will be conquered. Like all that stuff. It seems it got me hype, and then you just drop those boom, 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 New World Order. Like, bro.
Shit, they showed a Quantumania trailer too during this. We didn't get to see. Like, goddamn, I wish I was at Comic-Con this year. I'm probably going next year, but this one is like the big one.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to Comic-Con or D23 next year. Like, I don't know. I'm probably going to go to D23 next year.
Where's D23 though? Is that back in Florida?
It's in Orlando, I believe. I believe it's always in Orlando.
There's no In-N-Out Burger at D23 though, man.
In-N-Out Burger, bro. I had In-N-Out Burger this for the first time, and I'm mad I wasted my time going there. You tell me all they got is ketchup?
Piss me at no. I haven't had it in like a long ass time. But
no, you tell me all they got is like, bro. I was so pissed off. D23 is in Anaheim. Okay,
oh, perfect. We can still go chill.
Yeah, I still go. Yeah.
All right, that's
better.
Is it like how is that even structured though? Is it like a weekend the same way or?
I don't know. We figured it out. But I started looking into it this week.
Got some options.
I don't care if I'm being banned from Cali for In-N-Out. Come over here to Virginia and let me take you to a place called Cookout. Come over, and I'm not talking about a cookout like what I have with my family. I'm talking about the fast food restaurant Cookout. Come over here to Virginia. Let me take you there.
South does not play around, man.
You'd be like, what the F is In-N-Out? Like, you'd be like, this cookout should have been In-N-Out my house all the time. I mean, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I'm not going to harp on it.
Missouri called Slap Your Mama's barbecue. I mean, I wasn't that impressed, but
I mean, look, I'm just gonna say this, bro. Like, I went to In-N-Out expecting to eat, and like, bro, you telling me all you got is a burger and fries? You don't got no barbecue sauce? I'm like, I went to America. Like, I was like, y'all have barbecue sauce? I'm like, no, we just have ketchup. Bro,
they really didn't have any though. I thought they would have some of it. No. Really?
No. Is that an every like In-N-Out?
I don't know, man. I'm East Coast. I just remember. I'm thinking of like 20 years ago at this point. What last time I've been there? Probably. Damn, I'm old.
I mean, maybe it was just the one In-N-Out I went to. Yeah, the special sauce. The special sauce. Anyway, let's get
you
back.
Just got, for future reference, when you go to In-N-Out, you bring your own Sweet Baby Ray's, okay? Nah, you're not into it? You got your own? You're not feeling the Sweet Baby Ray's?
Oh, I love Sweet Baby Ray's.
All right, just making sure. Make sure I didn't speak out.
All right, but no. Yeah, bro, when it comes to this multiversal saga, though, bro, like, I'm just I'm epic excited because I think it does reek of doom, bro. And you want to like kind of fill in the blanks? Yeah, Shake Shack. I do like Shake Shack.
Shake Shack, long ass line. But anyway. Nah, so.
But like, so, he said we want to talk about Phase 6, right?
Yeah, so we got.
But we do.
They'll give us 3 movies though.
Yeah,
no series.
3 movies. And that was New World Order.
Yep. Fantastic Four first, the New World Order. Oh wait, no, that was still Phase 5.
New World Order
Phase 5? Yeah. The Phase 6 was just Fantastic Four and the 2 Avengers movies. That's all they told us about.
Okay.
So I'm guessing they tell us the rest at D23. But
Fantastic. What I was getting at, like, I think we're gonna really be seeing 2 big bands, Doom and Kang, through this whole entire thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm very hyped for that, bro, because it's like, I think from the Earthbound side of things, it's gonna be Doom. Thunderbolts, like, I'm kind of leaning into that theory that Doom is gonna be having a bigger hand than Thunderbolts than what we're used to, and manipulating things maybe bigger than maybe having Norman Osborn type of role when it comes to the Thunderbolts. My only issue there is that it's a U.S. team, like it's a U.S. centered thing. So unless they change that, which I might have, like that's my only issue there. It's U.S.
Yeah.
But moving forward, New World Order definitely reeks of Thunderbolts having control after Secret Invasion. Thunderbolts, like in Captain America, is like going to be fighting against the Thunderbolts to try to get to stop this New World Order from happening, especially after the events of what happened
in Captain America.
Hulk. No,
Oh.
especially after the events of what happens in Hulk, bro. Like, so it's like all of this, like I think Hulk leading into like New World Order, all that stuff building up is going to be hype going into like Phase 5 and then hopping into Phase 6. It's just ridiculous.
I mean, how much can be lingering at the same time though? Like, is the Secret Invasion story going to be going on this whole time too? Is that going to?
No, I think the Secret Invasion stuff gets like pretty much handled.
That seems like a disservice to Secret Invasion story.
It does. But I mean, I heard it's going to be toned down though. Like
that kind of makes me mad. Like,
I think for the because how do you like resolve the show Secret Invasion unless you do make it a multiple season show? Then that's possible. That would be very possible as multiple seasons. Like you think you're done, but you never are.
Yeah, it just seems like a lot to tackle just in a show. I feel like it's got to drip over to something, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
And then a World War Hulk, four-part series in the middle of this somewhere too. Like, what is going on right now?
I actually need to pull up.
Do it. Look at this timeline. Let me see here. Phase 5 is where we're jumping up, right? I can share that.
Phase 5, Phase 6. I'm just looking at Phase 5, Phase 6. See what images it pulls up here. All right, so we're going Quantumania, Secret Invasion, Guardians of the Galaxy.
This is pretty simple here.
All right, so that's Phase 5. And then Phase 6 is...
There we go. Is that one? This one. So Quantumania, right into Secret Invasion. So, I mean, there's got to be a purpose of putting Secret Invasion up there that quickly after Quantumania, right? Like, because that could drip into...
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it'd be separate. But I am catching up to, like, Captain America being before Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Wow. To me, that's huge. Because like, what's gonna happen in Captain America that 2 months later you're gonna come out with Thunderbolts,
right?
Excuse me.
Chaos on the theories here. Yeah, man, I don't know how they fit this all in. Like, they're making my head explode because there's so many different storylines that could be happening right now. You know,
like, is it too much, bro? Like, I mean, now we know where, like, we know we're getting to Kane. But, like, is this too much?
I'm guessing that if they went and met up and they got all these writers now, you think all these shows got more writers. They got a big ass writers room now, way bigger than when they first started. I got to put the faith in Feige. Like,
yeah.
And he's confident enough to come out and be, hey, this is what's going down. You know, it's like, I don't even got to keep it a secret. Like, you're going to love this. Or he is still keeping it a secret while not keeping it a secret, you know?
I mean, bro, like, this Phase 5 is done in 2 years.
Wild.
From today. It's done in 2 years and 4 days from today. Phase 5 will be done. We ain't even done with Phase 4 yet.
And Wakanda's or Black Panther 2's got to set something up too.
Yeah, well, it's setting up. It's definitely setting up. So I mean, I guess you're saving mutant stuff for Phase 6. That's you're feeling this the blank or mutant stuff,
or beyond,
and also this doesn't have animated stuff on there.
True. It's just so much content, like.
All right. So out of these though, like out of these that we're looking at here, which one like stands out, like one that we haven't talked about? Which one of these, like in Phase 5, are you happy about?
There we go. Which one of these?
Yeah.
The Marvels. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really see, all of these are different themed too. Like how does Blade mix in with any of this? It's gonna be kind of standalone, setting up something else.
Blade is gonna feel very Phase 4.
Right? But at the same time, I'm like really interested in how they're gonna do it. It's like I kind of like that, you know.
Steve Garth and Jared.
Secret Invasion was like kind of the next big thing I was excited about coming up. Okay. Like for series wise, I knew it was coming. As far as movie wise, damn, that comes up to spring 2023, dude. That's not that far. Okay, yeah, because we're coming up on winter or fall pretty soon. 22. Quantumania's got to do something insane, and I mean they gave us, well, they gave the people there trailers footage already and some scenes that sounded badass. I'm an Avenger. No, you're a I'm a conqueror. Paul Rudd's got to be like killing it in that movie.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely high on what we're gonna get from there, bro. For me, dude, like, okay, I don't want to state like Loki and Quantumania are my obvious ones, right, bro? Like those are the obvious ones, but I'm gonna look at some underdogs. My underdog series is Ironheart.
Ooh,
I think Ironheart is gonna shut motherfucker. Like, I think it's gonna be dope. After seeing what they did with Miss Marvel,
yeah,
and like I think the temperament that they have when it comes to these like women-led shows, like I think that they're showing that like they are not gonna go too hard into preaching at us with every woman-led show. Right. And I hope they do the same thing with Ironheart. On top of like, bro, I think she's gonna look dope. Like I think her like stuff is gonna look crazy.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for Ironheart.
I like the way they're building up Black Panther. Like, it's honestly that's just the way to do it. It makes
that's one of my favorite parts of Black Panther. Like, that's really one of my favorite parts of that trailer. Her like hammering in her way. What's going on, LBZ? Her hammering in her way, bro. Like, that's really one of my favorite parts of that trailer.
Yeah, I think we're looking at this the wrong way though. Out of all these things on here, and I could point out my two already. Actually, let's go 3. What do you think the worst 3 things on here are?
Well, I was gonna say my next big come up, like for the movie, my next come up with the Marvels. That was like my next underrated shit. As long as it's not a musical, like as long as it's not a fucking musical.
Weren't they just saying it was gonna be a musical?
They're saying they're gonna be on a planet where you have to speak in song in order to like to communicate.
Oh, or if it's like a scene where it's kind of a joke, that's whatever.
But apparently, it's a long part of the movie. Is there? My thing is like, if it's part of a joke, and it's like if they're singing and not like breaking out the dancing song, I'm fine. But I'm hearing like they're breaking out the full dancing song and shit.
So now I gotta amend in my head. So originally I had another one that was gonna be my worst one. So I'm gonna go.
But don't put, for right now. It's just they're on a planet and it's a joke. All right, look, I got high hopes for the Marvels because Tiana Paris is in it. And then you got Iman Vellani. She's in it, which I think she's like one of the next up and comers. She's like the young Tom. She's like the female Tom Holland right now in the MCU. So you got like those two popping off right there. And then I think Brie Larson's gonna get another chance. Nia DaCosta killed Candy. So I think it's gonna. But to answer your question, Echo.
Yeah, that's like if we're going like order of like let's do this. So that's going like 3, 2, 1 is the worst. You know what I'm saying?
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So like
Echo
is probably gonna be like my third to, or actually
Agatha Harkness.
Yeah. And then
you want to know?
I was gonna have the Marvels in there somewhere. I was probably gonna have that at like.
I'm gonna hot take this shit, bro.
Do it.
You just motherfuckers like, don't you do it? Look, here's the thing. I'm going Echo at number 3, Agatha at number 2. If they can get the Russo brothers to come back and direct another Captain America,
I knew you were going there.
No, if they can do that, it's out of it's safe.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a contingency. If they can do that, it's safe. So say the Russo brothers do Captain America.
Yeah.
Third worst. Sorry, it's Daredevil.
Daredevil, you said? Oh.
the like third word, and like that's not bad because like I'm hyped for Guardians of the Galaxy in that story there. Honestly, like Guardians of the Galaxy, Daredevil, and Captain America can like interchange anytime that they do.
You think so? I honestly, bro, I look at this. I think every single one of these slaps, except for Echo, Agatha, and the Marvels. I think that's in that mix. Like
I'm just that high on them. I'm just that high on them understanding what's at stake with the Marvels. Like I think I'm just that high on it. That's just where I'm at. Like I think they have better sense than to make it a musical. If they make it
with your Cap issue too, Malcolm Spellman. If the rumors are like all correct, how they had to change up that whole plot, this dude's gonna be determined to like put out a killer movie just to redeem himself after that show, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I have no faith in Sam. I think the show could have been better if Sam was like. I mean, to be real, like
you don't want to
I think it would have been better if they would have had somebody who was cast to be a lead character, lead role, to be Captain America, step up in that role. To me, like Anthony Mackie is not. He's great. To me, I think he was the greatest Falcon, but he's not someone who I like want to spend my time. I'm sorry, like it's just me. I think it's not necessarily like he's a terrible actor or anything, but it's just not my style. Yeah. And there's quite a few people who's like I just don't like Mackie. I think it's just a brother thing, bro. Like it just feels like kind of off. Maybe I'm scarred from 8 Mile. Yeah. Nah, like bro, he just comes off too preachy, man. Like to me, like I'm talking to Quinn, like Mackie just comes off like a little too like bro, like just relax, like you know, that's just it with Mackie, bro. Yeah. But all in all, I think like the Russo brothers could do their job with that, like with putting with Mackie and making that work out. But either way, like the reason I say Daredevil, we got the Daredevil. Like, what more?
We got so many though. What was it, like 18? They said 18 episodes.
What, from the Daredevil?
Yeah.
What, like on Netflix?
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be an 18 episode series.
What that is?
I believe they said 18. Maybe it's 12, and I'm crazy. I'm pretty sure they said 18 though. See, like, yes. You can't find one episode you like out of those 18. There's something wrong.
But I mean, and it's not like I'm saying any of these would be bad. I'm gonna watch them all. Like, but to be real, like Agatha and Echo, I would say it's probably gonna be bad. To where like
Agatha is the one. I'll even go a step further. Say I'm interested in everything here, except for Agatha. I really could care less if they don't even make that.
Yeah. Like, me too. Unless they do something with Wanda. But yeah, it's the situation where these two, bro. Like it's like that's the clip. Then everything else is good. I'm just picking like and choosing. But to be real, like I've kind of had my Daredevil fix. I'm not like, oh, like I think it's cool to see Matt Murdock like pop in there. I think it's cool that like they got Charlie Cox to do it. I think he's the best one to do it. But it's not like I'm like drooling. Oh my god, I'll wait. Pause. So
yeah, man. That's a killer slate, though.
It is, but like I said, bro, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Like, I hope the only way it makes sense is if they tie in heavy. Like to me, like these things gotta like tie in. Like we have to see some heavy to like the whole multiverse side. We have.
I feel like there's a couple different trends going, right? Like Quantumania, probably gonna find a way to tie into Loki, right? Secret Invasion, it's gonna tie into the Marvels somehow. Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm not sure. That's probably gonna do its own thing.
Yeah.
Blade, that's gonna do its own thing. Echo, Daredevil, those are gonna tie in for sure. Captain America, Thunderbolts, they're gonna tie right together more than likely. It sounds like. Agatha, nobody gives a fuck. Ironheart is gonna I wonder what she's gonna be dealing with.
She's gonna tie into. I think she's gonna tie into Armor Wars. But she could also very well tie into Thunderbolts or New World Order. I can see her popping up there and really like staking that flag. In like one of those roles, working with Sam or something.
How much you gonna lose your mind if D23 comes out and then they bring up the Young Avengers?
I'm gonna be hyped, but to be honest, I don't know how.
Because that's what's on my mind thinking about Ironheart.
The last clue is Tommy and Billy.
Yeah.
We don't know how Tommy and Billy are gonna get to our universe.
I'm been wanting to do a video just covering Children's Crusade. I think they're gonna do it similar to that. It's gonna be like their souls just kind of fade into some other beings or something, but we need mutants to step up first. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think that, you know, my theory, like I don't think Kang is allowing mutants to be in our universe. That's my theory, because I mean,
he's a bastard.
If mutants are in our universe becomes too powerful for Kang to do what he wants to do. In my head can't. But don't forget Doctor Strange 3 is hitting in Phase 6. Right. You want to go to Phase 6? Do we have,
I mean, like, do we even need a graph? It's like
it's just a 3. I'm sorry, I'm sure that's a little 6.
Oh, it's doing it again.
Dang, it was my stream now. Look at me.
You got black screen?
Well, nah, you just froze.
I'm gonna leave. Come right back.
Nah, I'm gonna keep you out. That's a good theory. I just take it because it has no Kang, right? Like, where is Kang in our timeline, bro? Like, what is Kang doing right now? I have my theory that Kang is Louise. Remember that one? But no, like, what is like? I heard we're gonna be getting Iron Lad at one point. Like, I'm interested to see what they do at Iron Lad. I hope that, like, it'd be weird if they made it. It'd be weird if they twisted it around and said Ironheart was Iron Lad. That'd be too weird. He'll be from the future, so we don't know. But like, he should be being benevolent in our time. Like, he should be doing stuff in our time. He should be conquering. He should be active in order to set himself up. Because yeah, he comes up in the future, but then he does have to become powerful. It's like, I am curious about what he's doing there. Yeah, this is definitely my stream now. One thing is I can't turn this music on. But I'll go ahead and say it, bro. Look, we ain't been on the stream in a minute. Like I said, like, had a wedding.
All right. I don't know what happened to the green screen. Shit just stopped working.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But where the hell are we? We're looking at Phase 6, right?
Yeah, we're looking at Phase 6.
Something's going on with my browser. Google Chrome just stops working. Like, I don't know what's going on.
You need to stop looking at all that naughty stuff.
I can't, man. I can't stop.
You need to stop looking at all that naughty PC. You were watching the Batman last night, slowing your shit down.
All right, here's a good one to share. This will work.
I need some chapstick.
There we go. That's actually a good graph that shows all the gaps.
That's a pretty good graph. Yeah. That's a very good graph.
Right? I just stumbled upon it. Happened upon it.
Drunkenly stumbled. Okay, and they got spots in here for Disney Plus.
Yeah, so we're gonna probably learn about, I would guess, maybe 2-3 projects at D23, and then maybe they'll have some placeholders. I would think, right?
Okay.
That would maybe make the most sense.
Yeah. We were learning about some projects. Like, we heard about I'm
putting up the bat signal for Sheev right now.
Okay, like, all right. So this is complex. Like, what we like? We've heard of a Nova project. We've heard of.
We also heard that was gonna be Ryan Gosling, and then others talk about him as he wants to be Ghost Rider. It's like, come on, man. I was pumped for you as Nova. Like,
nah, and I want what you call to be Ghost Rider. Norman Reedus would be
I'd probably be fine either way. I saw that Twitter craziness though last night. It was like, dude, Gosling actually does look like just like him out the comics.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it would not be bad at all. And then I just watched The Gray Man last night. If you haven't seen that yet, like
I haven't.
Like, it's good, man. Really.
Yeah,
good.
I only know Ryan Gosling from Remember the Titans.
This dude was looking like Captain America in Gray Man. Like, he's definitely doing something with Marvel. Like, dude had like a 24 pack.
I'm weak. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, bro, Fantastic Four is gonna be pretty cool. I hope it's a multiversal movie. I hope it's 838.
I hope we learn something about it soon. Like,
but see, here's like I made this point before. Now, like, unless they made the Fantastic Four come up during the blip, I guess, bro. I guess it doesn't take that long for Reed Richards to become Reed Richards. But if we're going to be doing Secret Wars, if we're going to be doing Kang Dynasty, and Reed Richards is supposed to be involved, I don't need Reed Richards to be new. I need Reed Richards to be seasoned.
right?
Like, I need Reed Richards to be just as seasoned as what we thought John Krasinski. And
I actually I was loving the idea of I kind of went overboard with it, but when Doctor Strange was like, "Oh, did you guys chart during the '60s?" I just got to thinking, like, "Oh, what if they did just like disappear in the '60s?"
yeah, that'd be cool.
Space race, you know, and then they come back in.
That'd be decent, but it's like
You still get your
that's too
season,
convenient.
you know.
Yeah, I mean they could be seasoned, but at the same time, like he should be involved in this shit. Like he should be involved in this shit. Like it shouldn't be like he's just coming back from the '60s and now he's looking into it and he's figuring out this Kang. Like no, Kang needs to have been fucking with this dude from Jump, bro. You know what I mean? Like Kang has need to have been fucking with this dude for just as long as he's been fucking with our 616. Like for just as long as he's been fucking with like the whole series.
Yeah. You know, it kind of makes me think that we're gonna get an intro to like the origin for Fantastic Four. It's gonna be the Fantastic Four from another multiverse.
That's what I was saying. Like I would like to be from the 8. I mean,
you're stuck on the 838 though. There's so many.
I am stuck on the 838. And I'm just saying, like, you know, they can come back. There's a ways for them to come back to life in the 838 or whatever. They can do that stuff there. But also, I would like for it to just be straight up multiversal, and that way, like, if there's something going on with their universe where they have to escape, like via the incursions, we could get a multiverse T'Challa to pop up in that movie. And
hashtag bring back T'Challa.
Hashtag recast T'Challa, but it's a different multiverse, and like they're building up his importance to Secret Wars. So all of those conversations that T'Challa has during Secret Wars can be had with this multiverse. And at the end of the day, they can't stop the incursion, and like they end up coming into our universe.
Yeah,
I like that, bro.
Yeah, man.
I really like that. I really like that kind of more than them being in 838. Like that was my original theory, was that like it just be multiversal. That way you bring it to T'Challa. But I'm kind of stuck on 838.
This guy.
But like, how so you're the 60s guy, then, right? You like for the 60s, or would you just like for them to just maybe?
I mean, either way, it's really like the 60s theory I thought of, like that's cool because it kind of explains why they haven't been around, but they're still actually from this universe. But at the end of the day, you're trying to tie everything up within like a year of doing their origin story, unless you're introducing them in a movie before this, which I don't know which one you're gonna do, but I don't know, man. Like, I got a feel we just have no idea what the fuck's about to hit us in these next like 3 years.
And in Phase 5, bro, there's nothing that I see that would make me think that the Fantastic Four would come in any of those. Yeah. Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy.
Maybe
that's it. But maybe Guardians of the or maybe the Marvels. The Marvels could be a good one, but there's nobody's hearing that. Nobody's saying that.
It'd make it way better than I think it's gonna be, though. So
it would, but nobody's saying that.
Yeah.
They're saying it's Inhumans instead. So
I'm thinking these two Avengers movies, are gonna be long as fuck, like 3.5 hour movies.
Did you see that interesting theory that they say you got the titling of the Kang Dynasty is blue, the titling on the Secret Wars logo it's blue for Kang for that one, but there's silver and black. Who?
Silver Surfer?
For Doom taking over? Could this be Doom, like this be signaling Doom like winning, defeating Kang and like starting Battle World?
I mean he's got it.
Yeah, he's kinda like it's kinda gonna lead up to that, right? I'm
just loving that like everything's pointing towards them doing Doom like badass as hell. Like, and that's just awesome.
Now to fill out some of these you should have the slots somewhere. Now to fill out some of these slots though, like I do think What If could be in one of these. I would like to see a moment where What If is in one of these, like leading up to Kang Dynasty or leading up to Secret Wars. Yeah. I've always had this theory that I would like for What If to be a way to introduce the Beyonders or the Builders.
Maybe.
I would
at the same time though, I'm happy with What If just being like they don't even have to tie it up at the end. I'm happy with it being just like a little like playground for them to.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, it's just the Watcher. Like, I just want the Watcher to be like, I just want the Watcher to come, have 10 seconds in live action. Yeah. Like just have 10 seconds. Like, I just want Jeffrey Wright just to be like 10 seconds in live action to be able to warn of something that's about to go down. But then again, it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting the Builders right out. Felicity in the building?
Oh, she here.
What up, Felicity?
I feel the anger inside her.
He says, "How you doing? How you, Felicity?" And I don't see Felicity.
She said something a little earlier.
Oh, what up, Felicity?
She got mad at the form I was trying to get her to fill out on Twitter to say I'm sorry to Kevin Feige.
Damn, I haven't been looking at the chat like shit.
I'll show you something.
No, I saw it.
Oh, you did? Right.
Yeah, I saw it. You're sharing your screen, right?
Yeah.
But how, bro? So, like, do you think they're gonna show the Builders and Beyonders for Secret Wars? Like, you think they're gonna go that far deep? Because now it's starting to look like they might just limit the Kang and limit it to the multiverse.
I don't know if they have enough time to build that up. But yeah, we've also heard rumors of them like helping with the Madam Web story too. So could that tie in just like 90 Spider-Man somehow?
No.
Let's get deeper. Pause.
No.
We'll make it
again, and I'm leaving.
We'll make it just like the 90s Spider-Man Secret War. Exactly.
No. God, no.
It's Morbin time.
It's Morbin fucking time. But look, like, to be real, like I kind of like what they're setting up here is that it's just gonna be the multiverse war is gonna the multiverse is gonna collapse, go to multiverse war. And I think Kang's arrogance and Kang's plan is that like he knows that's happened before from He Who Remains. Like the next Kang that's going to take over after Renslayer did her job, I think is going to have access and keys to everything that has that went down before it shit reset. Before shit reset at the end of Loki in the TBH. Yeah. So all that being said, the next generation of Kang, I think thinks that they're going to win. I'm kind of getting stuck off this Council of Kangs theory. I think we're going to be getting a bunch of Kangs, and it's still possible that we get a Council of Kangs. But they're throwing dirt on it. But what I'm saying is, though, I think the twist is that Kang thinks he's going to win this multiversal war. He thinks at the end of the day, if shit don't work out, I'm still going to be at the top during this at the end of this multiversal war. But it ends up being Doom. So, that way, you don't have to worry about going through the deep ends of having you don't have to go through going to the deep ends of having to bring in the Beyonders and Builders. You can just go through it just being the implications of Kang losing.
Okay.
Which makes Doom kind of a hero villain. So
they just better not kill him off after this.
okay.
Doom is like, I want to see Doom around for a while. Like,
Oh,
I don't want him to be like a one and done like all their other villains, which means he probably will be. But
well, the beautiful, like the effing beautiful thing about this is, oh damn, I'm talking like it's about to be 5-6 years, but it's really just about to be 3 years, bro.
yeah,
Like, will the actor be tired of playing Doom in 2 or 3 years of being Doom a lot?
I mean, sounds like there's definitely room for it to keep being it.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have Secret Wars, and then we get into Battle World, and then you gotta get stuff straightened up after Battle World, and then it'll probably finally be 2028. Everything is finally done, and then you get X-Men.
You think we'll get a Battle World too, though, or will it just be incorporated in Secret Wars? Like,
I think we'll get a Battle World. I think we'll get a Battle World. Maybe this is where the zombie stuff will tie in. Yeah, I don't know.
that could
Now,
make sense.
and speaking of zombies, and I don't mean to get off topic,
Are you good?
but zombies was my favorite announcement. Like just the information around zombies. That
Yeah,
was my favorite part of the animated stuff. Hype for season 2 of What If. But the zombies was my favorite one, primarily because it's TVMA. And like I think Feige is like going to really start dipping into that pool. I think he thinks we're ready. I think he thinks we're grown to handle TVMA superhero content.
yeah.
And that's going to be a beautiful effing thing to see. The boys better watch out. Like, they're not going to come for the boys. I'm joking, but I think he is learning from the boys, and it's like we can do that too. I think he's learning from DC. DC really better watch out, because right now that's a lot of what leg up the DC has with their stuff, is that they can just tell raunchy ass shit with James Gunn. They better watch out if that's what Disney and Marvel. I digress. Sorry to get off topic.
No, you good? You good? I was actually messing around trying to get better music right now. Anyway,
Yeah, this music sounds like a little bit like hip hop Sesame Street.
yeah. Let's see if this works. Oh, I do this. Okay. Messing with StreamYard. Just trying to figure this shit out.
All right,
Pause that. Can you hear this?
actually,
Oh, that's what's playing. Yeah. Good without it? All right, we're done with music.
let me just a little bit.
I don't know. The way my computer's acting tonight, I'm just gonna quit messing around. All right. Yeah, man. So we got stuck on the multiverse stuff, but I think everybody's really hyped for it anyway. Hip Hop Sesame Street. It's a knockoff, like. Just saw it. That's awesome. I agree with this though. Like Secret Wars should be a trilogy. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Damn it.
The Secret War should be a trilogy. It should be a trilogy, bro. It definitely should be a trilogy. And maybe it's like, you know what? Maybe that's what it is. Like maybe I'm jumping the gun saying that Doom is like going to be ending stuff in Secret Wars. Maybe just like Kang Dynasty kicks off Secret Wars and we go down that. We see, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's probably a much better route. Or the Builders. Like, which one is it? Shit, it comes to it's both, right? It comes to Secret Wars. Builders, be honest. Look, right now I'm still in Time Runs Out. So right now I'm still in Time Runs Out. I ain't gotten to Secret Wars. As I started reading Secret Wars. I was like, nah, I need to do that.
I know I got that list too. I want to go through those and
Yeah.
actually utilize my Marvel Unlimited instead of just watching.
Yeah, I've
money.
been utilizing it. I used to use it. Like, it used to be so much easier to read when I was putting my daughter to sleep. But now I don't have to do it. I gotta find another time to read.
Are you just rocking her and then reading comics on your phone? That's
Yeah,
smart,
she'd be
eh?
watching TV. Like I let her watch like an episode after we read a book, and I'd like just read, and then like read her to sleep out. But she'd wake up at 1 o'clock and I had to go sit there. But she doesn't do They grow up fast.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we want to get into the what they saved the best for last for.
What you talking about? Some Black Panther 2?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
bro. What do you think about the trailer?
I loved it. Like honestly, I don't know how I was gonna feel about it because I'm definitely on that recast T'Challa joint too. But just the whole vibe I got from that, like Bob Marley was definitely an interesting choice. But like fading out from that, it's like, oh shit, this is real. I was already a little intrigued by like what I was hearing about the Riri Williams or Ironheart like affiliation with the movie too. I think that was brilliant. That kind of like brought in some much needed help. But yeah, I think he's approaching it smart, like as smart as they can, without Chadwick. I seen some of the battles you've been getting into on Twitter
Yeah, I've
too.
been getting into it. Like,
So
I ain't shy. I ain't shy about it. I mean, because
this man's got a lot to say.
at the end of the day, it's just like going back and forth. But like for me, bro, like this was the best trailer I've ever seen.
Yeah,
And like I know a lot of movies has been out there to probably drop some good trailers, but like to harp on what Black Panther is, like somebody like me, a black person, harp on what it is, and then like on Black entertainment, and the fact like we got a trailer like that, like bruh, from the music, from the music of like taking us like through the feelings, like bro, I cried, bro. Like, I'm not like I ain't boohoo, but like my eyes swelled up and I shed a tear
right.
because like damn, like I felt the pain, like I felt the emotion of Chadwick, and like from feeling that to the back half of after hearing the Queen say her speech to
Yeah,
going into the Kendrick Lamar, we gonna be all right, like bruh. Anytime I hear Kendrick Lamar, we gonna be all right, bro. Like that's my shit, bro. Like that
yeah,
gets me through whatever I'm going through. That gets me through like whatever like the people is going through. We gonna be all right. It's like a hymn for me. So like, ending like having that pop in, bro. I was like, wow. I went and showed it to my wife. She was like, I'm like, right? So like, bro, it hit. It
yeah,
fucking like it hit. I'm team recast T'Challa every day, and the team recast T'Challa, like the actual petition, like E-Man Movies Reviews.
yeah.
He's been like, they're not recast T'Challa. They're recast T'Challa, but they're not like immediate recast. They're not like requiring or asking for an immediate recast. Some like it, but they're not like requiring and asking for it, and it's not like
Right.
a unilateral mind wave over there,
Yeah,
right?
there's time and there's ways to do it still,
Yeah,
but I can
there's
definitely understand that cast too, like not wanting to have like they were basically tearing up like up there from what I
bro,
was hearing, and like
right,
it's like imagine that trying to have it go back on a movie set knowing like there's somebody missing here, and then be like, oh, let's just replace them. Like, fuck. Probably most of them are like fuck that, like so
yeah,
I definitely get it, but
yeah, and the Discord has been going on, and like I'm not going to. This definitely ain't like the place to bring up what other black folk been saying about it, and talk about it without like somebody having that view being here.
yeah,
But one thing that I will say has been standing out is like the thought of this movie exploiting Chadwick's death for profit. Like to me, that's been one of the more irritating like narratives that I've seen out there for real. Like that's what really has me speaking out. Because really, like I think people have seen the trailer and it feels like damn, we can't really say shit about the trailer. We can't really say shit about recast the child because I think people are seeing like recast him after this movie. And honestly,
yeah,
the perfect thing to say is I'm going to enjoy Black Panther 2. It looks like it's going to be great, but after this movie, they need to recast T'Challa. I hope that's what everybody comes out of the movie and says.
yeah.
Um, to me, like that's what they need. But the issue is like to indicate that Marvel is exploiting his death. Uh, that Disney is exploiting his death for profit. It's
I think they're
really like,
doing the complete opposite, to be
yeah, to
honest
me
with
it's
you.
really like it's almost slanderous, bro. Like
Yeah,
because like especially not just to Marvel and Disney, but looking at Ryan Coogler and the cast that worked with Chadwick, for who didn't just work with Chadwick on the movie, didn't just do press tours, they started a cultural movement with chat. Like MTV, they did so much more than anybody. I don't want to overleap and say anything more than maybe RDJ but culturally wise, they did a lot. I feel like they did a lot more moving around just based off of one movie than anybody else in the MCU did. Like it's a whole complete different situation, whole different cultural thing
Yeah.
that they built, and you build that in. On top of that, they was making money, bro. They was probably with Chad like, you enjoy this shit, but then you probably like, bro, we gonna run this money up over these next few movies, and then
Yeah.
you lose them after you already had plans to make the second movie, after things were already in motion to make that movie.
Can you imagine, like, besides just having him alive, which would have been awesome,
Mhm.
you imagine just the story they could have told with him as Black
It would have been so great, bro.
Yeah.
Like it really bro, and that's the thing. Like I would have wanted to I would have wanted like a recast of T'Challa in the perfect world. Like in the perfect world, we could recast T'Challa, but at the same time, it's a gamble to do that too. Like you don't know if you don't know if this actor is going to do it, and that's a lot of weight on the shoulder.
Yeah.
On top of that, seeing these people cry, like we know acting. If these people are acting, if Ryan Coogler is acting about the things that he's saying, then he doesn't need to be a director. He needs to be an actor.
Yeah, right.
Like Ryan Coogler's words of what he was talking about, feeling the hand of Chadwick on his shoulder. Yes, like those type of things. So there's nobody had business walking around in a Black Panther suit that wasn't in that cast on that set on Black Panther 2.
I mean,
Nobody.
you got to figure too, like the amount of time these people all spend together, just especially in the MCU, because you're doing constant things here. It's nonstop. Like that dude's basically like family to him. They're going through like a whole stage of grief. Like I totally understand it.
Yeah, and I don't want to harp on that point because I don't think a majority of people out there who are talking about it are really saying like they should have recast him in this movie. The most of the discourse is coming around there is the fact that it appears that Chadwick is dead. That's been a lot. There's like he shouldn't be dead in this.
Yeah.
There's like it should be in the blip. Like I said before, I don't think we're ever going back to the blip. I don't ever think we're going backwards. Like they went backwards.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Sick of blip movies.
Right, and they went backwards with Black Widow. See how that panned out for him. I don't think we ever going backwards again, bro.
Yeah.
So that's a mute point to me. It's just the fact that like Ryan Coogler, the whole cast has spent this much time with Chadwick, are all co-signing on this. They're not doing anything that's like they're not going to do anything disrespectful. They're not going to do anything to tear him down. On top of that, you got Chadwick's family sharing you got Chadwick's page sharing the trailer, Chadwick's team. And I know that's his management, but I highly effing doubt that they would post anything up there that his family would not be approved of. If his family did not approve of Black Panther, I highly doubt that they would love to put that up there. But and like Jed and Mike said, that is one of my there is not enough male representation, and we can get to that in a second. But when it just comes to just this movie, it's just like, bro, like they want to just do something that's a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. And I see people talking about well, his family wouldn't want to see him die again, or his family wouldn't. No, families like to see tributes to their loved ones.
Yeah,
because it helps. That helps them grieve. That helps them in their still ongoing grieving problem. They're still grieving right now. So families like to see tributes to that, and to share a tribute with the whole entire culture, that is going to be so special to that family.
It honestly just sounds
like they wanted to do it for.
I just sound like a lower general level too. Like speaking of somebody had family members die, it helps just to see that other people cared, right. Not just in more than just like a way of people reaching out to you and say it. Just people making that action to tribute something to somebody. It's just he mattered, it was worth something for what I mean. It just that I can't explain it totally, but knowing they were important, and their life meant something. That's what I think that helps with the grieving.
Whoa! Did Bell Organa die?
Shut up! What? Well, he did. He was on Alderaan. What's going on? Am I missing something? Jimmy Smith's?
Jimmy Smith's died?
Should I Mike messing with us right now?
Look at this. We're talking about death and not death happens.
That'd be fucked up.
I don't see anything. Hold on. I don't see anything. Okay, I don't see anything. Jedi Mike, I don't know.
Oh, he's talking about. God damn it, Jedi Mike, messing us all
Oh,
up.
you talking about Leia. You think about Prince. Okay. But like so that's my thing, bro. It's like they're not exploiting it. Like, are they gonna make money? Yes. But is it an exploit? No, bro. Like, I didn't come out of that trailer thinking like, all right, I'm gonna go see this to pay respects to Chad. Nah, like I'm going to that movie because that back half of that trailer looked fucking real, bro. And
Yeah.
Baku jumping off of that boat to go at whoever was standing on those beaches looked real, bro. The action in that looks so much. The movie itself looks so much better than what anything looked like in Black Panther One did. Like it just looks
Bro,
amazing.
we can talk about Namor because everybody was like sweating this costume and shit looked legit to me. Like,
Shit looks dope. Like Namor's fucking killing it, bro. Namor's
damn.
fucking killing it. Like the way they like brought up Namor's story, like the wing feet, bro. Like he's definitely still got big feet. I don't care what nobody says.
Even if they tie in like the stuff like they're saying he's gonna be more like Aztec, like
Mhm.
origin, as long as it's still an island and we're calling that Atlantis, I don't give a fuck what it like if it's
Now,
like
is it going to be Is it going to be underwater, or can they just
Oh.
go underwater?
it's of course it's gotta be underwater.
Because it looked like, but it looked like part of his village was burning. Like it looked like part of his like village was burning.
I don't know.
And then in the future, he came up like as an adult. He came up out of the water, and it was advanced. So like I don't like he's coming up out of the water. It looks like in his own spot. So like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just like I don't know, bro. Had mask on land. They did have mask on.
All I know is I think they're doing it. They're gonna find a way to do it right. Like
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, they're definitely gonna find a way to do it right. And can I touch on what Jedi Mike said earlier?
with
About
Leia Organa.
no, about the not enough male representation.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that is like fuck. Like that is my biggest gripe. Like there's only one male in there that we know by name that's black.
Yeah.
His name is M'Baku.
Yeah. I mean, I get. I definitely hear you. I don't know what they're gonna show us in the movie. If we're gonna have more,
Well,
yeah, because it is getting female heavy now.
There's nowhere to pull it from, and it's like it's unfortunate because like I know they didn't see Chadwick passing coming, so like that would have been like the male representation we needed,
Right.
but like they dismantled the border tribe in the first, it's like they just really discredited Wakabi. So like that goes here. That would have been like another great balance of male representation there with Wakabi and M'Baku, and it's not there. In which they still could have found a way to pull it out and bring that together.
Not only that, he gets
scheduling
beat by his girlfriend. Like,
right, like yeah, it's like they were already kind of like teetering the lines there until the Dabari tribe came back and like even the score with the representation stuff, and like that was a great kind of evening out moment there too. Yeah, Killmonger is in it, but I was just talking about in the trailer wise, like the representation isn't there. And a lot of people who are speaking out like haven't seen like the leaks. Like the leaks, I do think answer the question of. I mean, I don't. That's bullshit. But I will say leaks answer the question of like having a king. Not necessarily Black Panther, if you will, but having a king. They answer like having a black king. They answer.
Right.
So like I will say like representation is very important, but also too, this is just one movie, and like to keep it real, we're not getting another Black Panther until after Secret Wars.
Get a show though. We just don't know when.
We're getting the World of Wakanda, but I'm not sure we would have saw Black Panther in there anyway.
Right.
If we did have a Black Panther, not sure if we're gonna see Shuri in that. So
I don't know.
Really?
If she's Shuri for a while because she's not
right.
Not
So,
allowed
like-
in certain parts of the world with
well,
the anti-vaccine.
and that's the thing too. They could have propped Shuri up to like figure out stuff with the incursions because she's smart enough.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Going with the multiverse with Fantastic Four and have that multiverse of Fantastic Four figure it out and then bring that information to our universe. That would be along with Doctor Strange is figuring it out too. So Doctor Strange meeting those two could be a great way to tie that in as well.
Yeah.
So all that being said, like to me, they're making the best movie they can to deal with the decision of not recasting T'Challa. That's it. They
Bro,
have.
Can you imagine though if this was like they could have pushed this movie out a little bit further, and then we just could have seen like the post credit scene could have been like the beginning of the Secret War, like Hickman Run comics. Like could have been T'Challa just like walking out.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
But they probably are like they had like they just had to do it, bro. Like they really just had to like do it or just not do it at all. But to delay it more would have been
this guy
crazy. But Black Panther, the kid Spidey showing his amazing friends. Kids.
I hate that show so much, dude. It's like so. Like what the hell are we doing
it's
here?
A kid show.
It pisses me off though.
It's a little kid show.
Teaching them the wrong lore, man.
What do you mean? It's a little kid show.
You got like 6-year-old, like you got like Spideys, 3 Spideys getting babysat all the time.
Because like my wife, like because my daughter who's 4 now, she's like my favorite superhero is Miss Marvel.
Man, that's great.
She says that.
She doesn't say Spider Gwen.
No, she likes Miss Marvel.
No shit. My daughter's always like Ghost Spider.
Well, like her Ghost Spider's her favorite. Ghost like her favorite spider. But like when you ask her who's her favorite superhero, she says Miss Marvel. And that's
my son is like a last cause, bro. Like anytime we're like sitting down, like, what do you want to watch? That Spider Man. Like,
yeah, she wants to watch that at night. My 6 month, not 6 months now. He's 10 months. You believe that shit? My 10-month.
Yeah, that's wild.
That is wild. My 10-month son, like he watches Spider-Man like shit, and like he sits there and watches that shit, bro. It's so wild. Yeah. Like whenever they change it to like he was sick this weekend, so like I had it on and like he was drinking a bottle, and when they changed into their suits and the song came on, he threw the bottle down. I was like, let's fucking go.
Did you show him the new one on Netflix? I don't know if it's new, but I just caught it. Like Spectacular Spider-Man. It's an animated one on Netflix, and it's actually it's not totally comic book accurate, but it's closer, like way closer.
Is it a kid show?
Yeah, it's fun. Like I've been watching it with my son, and like I'm like, all right, this is way better. Like you got a whole Venom saga in it. It's everything.
Okay, I mean, but like the point of the Spider-Man and his amazing friendship was that it's just supposed to be more. It's not
indoctrinating our kids a little bit more in the Spider-Verse, but you know.
It's not, I like. Are they teaching lessons in the Spectacular Spider-Man? Like, are they teaching life lessons? Like my kids learning don't rush in.
All that's great, but they're teaching my kids that Spider-Man's got like a motorcycle, and I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, that's fine. They will grow out of that. They will grow out of that. All right, they'll grow out of that.
I'm like, get this shit out of here. Spidey don't have a. What is happening?
They'll grow out of that. But yeah, bro,
my son's watching it, enjoying. I'm like. None of these are from the same universe. None of them.
But yeah, it's I'm probably gonna talk like I really want to plan because I feel like I'm in the be real. I'm not one to shy away from having hot takes. Like at the end of the day, I'm never gonna be on one side of the right or the left. Like I'm kind of always in like moderate, like understanding coming from different sides. So I'm probably gonna have like a stream to really expand on this Black Panther stuff.
Bro, there's gonna be
and have a lot of
next 3 years. You're gonna have an abundance of shit to talk about.
But it's like, because I mean, it like the stuff that Jedi Mike was bringing up, and like this, like the discourse around this trailer and around Black Panther is like it's real, bro. And like something needs to be talked about. Like as a history, bro. Like Black folks, like we have like Black folks' right to be suspicious about this movie. There's right to like kind of like I'm not going to judge anybody for thinking they're exploiting because we've been exploited before. Like it's happened before.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that this is happening this time. Like I even have a thought like that shit. Kevin Feige probably would have recast it as soon as possible. But it's to me it's more about like what the cast. This feels like what the cast want.
Right.
So it is what it is on that. Is I'm extremely. Yeah, I'm just extremely hyped. The movie looks like it's going to be good. It's going to have some stuff in there I don't like. Marvel's made decisions before that I haven't liked, and I've lived with it and liked what they put together. So as long as they put together a good movie, there's stuff in those leaks that I can't fucking stand.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not
I gotta stop watching Josh. So I'm sick of getting all these damn leaks that I can't click away
Well,
anymore.
I've kind of gotten into Reddit, a bit. Like, so it's. I still like the theory. Like, it's crazy because I mean, I'd be like, oh, those leaks are wrong. I still go with theory. But it's weird. But yeah, it. I'll tape the rest of my Black Panther stuff for another conversation, another time. But yeah, I'm hyped for it, bro. I'm definitely hyped for it.
All right, we're going on an hour and a half now.
Yeah,
we could probably go an hour and a half more, to be honest with you. But
yeah, shit, bro. You know I like to talk. I like to talk. You know, an hour and a half, like, oh damn, I was rambling for an hour and a half.
But let me plug Kendall. I've been hearing some rumblings that this man might be in the big time Wednesday mornings pretty soon. Look at this dude. I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but I did anyway.
No, yeah. No, I was about to tell him why you were gone because I had nothing else to talk about. But then you came back. But yeah, look, we've been out of this. Like, we've been out of the dojo. I haven't posted a video in 10 days because there's been a lot going on. Wedding season happened on me, and then I got sick this week. So a lot of shit's been going on, but we got a video popping off coming out tomorrow. But we're bringing back the streams. Like, we started streaming last year. Sorry if I take it.
You good.
But when we started streaming last year, my wife was pregnant, and like she was letting me stream like every night because she just wanted to go straight to sleep. So, but like now it's like more hectic. Like, we got the kid. Like, it's more hectic to stream at night. So it's been up in the air. Long story short, I have a gap every other Wednesday morning, to where like I don't have to go into work and like the break. Like, I had to go to work on time because like I got comp time or whatever. So that being said, starting this Wednesday, we're going to be doing Wednesday morning streams every other Wednesday at 9:30. And then on the Wednesdays where we don't stream in the morning, we will be streaming at night at 9:30 at night on those Wednesdays. So Wednesdays will be our days to stream over there at Normies Nerds. And we're going to be doing a lot more guest streams. I'm going to be seeing some Green Bear over there as well. But also on Monday, we're going to be having Josh from the Dinner Nerds over there on this Wednesday to kick off those morning streams. So you want to come and check that out. Also trying to get another big guest, and I'll tweet that out when you see it. Because if that other guest happens, that would be huge. I'm not gonna say anything. It's probably a shot in the dark, but if it happens, it's gonna be lit. But regardless, Wednesday we're gonna be talking everything Secret Wars, everything San Diego Comic-Con. There's gonna be heavy theories. It's gonna be a heavy theory stream. So come through Wednesday, and like I said, those Wednesday morning streams should be fun, bro. Like,
nice little change of pace.
Yeah, it's a nice little change of pace in the mornings. I think I honestly probably have more of an energy for the morning time anyway. Like, I'm more kind of energetic and shit. Like, I feel like nighttime streams, like I want to be like, I ain't saying Green Bear boring, but Green Bear is like pretty chill. Like, I'm not a chill. I'm like, I can be like
Zero chill.
But I'd be like in a yell and shit, like to be energetic. And I feel like don't nobody want to be hearing that at night. But regardless, you're still gonna hear it at night on Wednesday nights with my OGs and everybody wants to hang out. And yeah, that's just the juice. That's just the juice. And I will probably start doing more streams like in the middle, like just random nights too as well. Kind of like what she be doing. And doing like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock streams if I'm up late and just want to chat it with you all. Just want to get back into the streaming game. But at the same time as dropping these videos. Not gonna overwork myself. But yeah, that's my like 5-minute announcement.
Yeah, man. If those of you that weren't familiar, like me and Kendall know each other just like this.
I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
What's that make us?
Absolutely nothing.
I just been dying to play that clip for a minute.
Damn, he just called us nothing, bro. All right, so just like that, I thought, damn.
I just wanted to play that clip. I've tried to
damn.
Find it.
No, I just thought like we was like we friends, bro.
No,
I
boys.
mean, damn, or like
we boys.
I mean, damn. He said nothing.
I've been dying to play that since my Santa stream, and I could not find the time to work it in. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going for it. Right now.
You could have found some time to work that in with Santa. have been so much better to play on Santa.
I got Sheev on it. We'll embarrass Sheev again. Right, hold on.
It's let's go! Bad Batch hype.
That's what you get for not showing up tonight, Sheev.
Shit, I thought she was here for a second, and I saw the thing pop up at the bottom. I was like, oh, he's like,
Gonna end every fucking stream with that. Nah, but we're streaming cousins. Yeah, see?
you two are like streaming cousins in a way.
We come out of that nerd venture lore, you know. And yeah. We're not absolutely nothing. I just had to play that clip. I was dying. I had that sitting in the bank. I had to find a way to get it out. I got to get better ones too. I got some Star Wars.
I look and use.
It's gonna get me back now. But anyway, guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel or Kendall's channel, first off, what the fuck is wrong with you? Second off, go check the link in the description. You'll just see @Normus the Nerd. You can click on that, bring you right to Kendall's channel. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm pretty sure most of you are anyway. If not, you're in trouble.
If you ain't subscribed, if you ain't here, you ain't subscribed. You just don't like me. That's cool.
Yeah, but
that's cool. That's cool. Like, I'm not tripping.
But anyway, happy to kick off some multiverse saga talk with you guys. I'm sure we're going to be hearing it all week from every different angle. But just remember, you heard it here almost first. First enough. All right? And that's all I got. Damn. Me and Kendall, we out.